Staying up to date on your industry and on the economy is just something you need to do as a business owner. If you don't know how people are spending their money, if you don't know if people have slowed down spending their money, if you don't see how the economy is moving in and out, if you don't see how the markets are moving, if you don't see how the price of fuel impacts everything, you need to stay updated on news within your industry and news within the greater macroeconomy. You can be in your microeconomy of your industry, but you also need to look at the macroeconomy to see how things are shifting and moving in place. And this will keep you ahead of the game. If you take a look at most companies and the employees that you're going to be going up against, or if you take a look at the teams that you currently work around, you'll start to notice something very specific. It's typically the higher ups who are doing all of the research and all of the thinking, and then everything gets reverberated down. Everybody sees the research, everybody knows the research ish, right? It's really the people at the tops of the companies whose job is to think and to put vision and dictate where the company is to go and how they are to act. And then everybody else around them is just worker bees. And what you'll start to notice is that if you start to take that next step and you start to gain the knowledge, if you start to pay attention to the news, if you start to build your intuition around the industry based around news that you're hearing, things that you're feeling in markets, how your customers are speaking to you, how your vendors are speaking to you, if you can start to tie all these things together, you will start to have a very strong pattern recognition as of to what is going on in your industry, in your sector. And if you can do that, the next time that you make a phone call, while everybody may sound commoditized, where they're just, I can get you this, I can do this for you, you have a little bit more to offer. We see it in my industry. We see it in transportation constantly. A customer will come and they'll ask you for a quote, and somebody will just give them a number without an explanation to what the number means or why the number is the number. And there's always going to be customers who are for that. They just want the less number. Or there's going to be customers that you can get who are going to be within your friction market, who are going to understand why you're pricing it this way and why that means that your quote is actually one that's going to work, opposed to a person who's quoted over here for far less. And they'll actually go with you as an option. I see it in my market constantly. I have customers who say that they will only go for the cheapest rate, or they always pick the best rate that is provided to them at the time. And it just happens to not be true, because when you start providing a rate and then educating on why the rate is, they start to go, oh, okay, like safety wise, this and this, and things start to change for your customers. And they start to change their appearance on you or what their thoughts of you are, because their impression of you may have been, this is just a sales guy who's cold calling me. And everybody tends to put salespeople down in their minds. But when it's a salesperson who's actually knowledgeable about the operations and the execution of everything and the markets that they operate within, and then all of a sudden they might look at you a little bit differently. This isn't just an ordinary sales guy. This isn't just a salesman. This guy knows what he's talking about. So it's important to stay up to date on the information in your marketplace and to then bring that information to your customers, prospects, or whatever, and how it may impact their business and how they may want to make a shift, make a change, or just so you know for internally, for your own processes, how you may want to make a change. Take care, guys.